Welcome back to America Right Now. A decision in the Alex Jones Sandy Hook defamation lawsuit. A court this week ordered Jones to pay $4.1 million in compensatory damages to Neil Heslin and Scarlett Lewis, whose 6-year-old son, Jesse Lewis, was killed in the shooting, and a further $45.2 million in punitive damages. The verdict comes just days after the judge dismissed a motion in the case to declare a mistrial after Jones's cell phone records was sent to the plaintiffs. Alan Dershowitz is our legal legend and the host of the podcast, The Dersh Show. He's also the author of the great new book, The Price of Principle: Why Integrity is Worth the Consequences. Professor, always good to see you. What did you think of this verdict here? And did you see anything that would provide Jones with an opportunity for appeal?
I wasn't surprised at all. Remember, these are not public figures, so they don't have to prove malice. All they have to prove is that they were defamed through negligence or other ways. So I doubt that we'll see a reversal on the merits. Now, this absurd story about how emails that were supposed to be protected were turned over by his own lawyer accidentally could give rise to some kind of an appeal. Also, the amount of punitive damages could be lowered by appellate courts. That often happens in these kinds of cases. But if there's a new trial without these emails coming in, it's very likely a jury will again find at least compensatory damages and some degree of punitive damages. Punitive damages are intended to send a message: stop doing this kind of thing. You can't get away with it. These are grieving parents. And you shouldn't be insulting the memories this way. That was the message I think the jury sent.
Now, could Jones face perjury charges after the release of the digital copy of his phone records to the opposing counsel that apparently had text messages in there that Jones said didn't exist? Is there a possible for a criminal prosecution?
The only criminal prosecution I know about for a deposition or civil case is the one against Ghislaine Maxwell. If every civil plaintiff or defendant was charged with perjury for lies they told in depositions or in the testimony at the trial, the jails would be filled with civil litigants. So if he is prosecuted criminally, it was because he was targeted. This would not be a fair application of the law. I wish people were put in jail for perjury. Obviously, I have a case pending now where my accuser perjured herself repeatedly about everything, and yet nobody seems to be interested in going after her because she's a Me Too victim. But we see this over and over again in civil cases. I've tried to get a perjury prosecution, not only against this woman who accused me, but against her lawyers. But prosecutors are saying they're not interested in civil cases. If they suddenly become interested in Alex Jones, obviously it's because they're targeting him specially.
Hey guys, this is Matt in Exile, and first thing I gotta say is I'm a big fan of Alex Jones, but just like everybody else, he can be wrong, and he happens to be wrong on this case. Now, in my opinion, this case here, as well as maybe the criminal case that's coming up because of his lawyer supposedly accidentally sending those emails and text messages to the other lawyer, whatever you want to say about that. But I think this is a plan by the left in order to try to destroy him financially, and now they see an opportunity to go after him criminally. Now, Dershowitz is saying they normally don't do it because a lot of people be in jail because of it. Now, the one time they have was Maxwell case. Okay, that means they have some kind of precedence of doing so. So you think they're going to actually give up this opportunity to get rid of one of their enemies and put them in jail? I don't see them not doing it. I see them actually doubling down and going after them and trying to put them in jail for lying under oath. There's no doubt in my mind. But I want to know what you think. Comment down on the bottom. Let me know. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Peace.